I reckon I should get extra sinners doing my clothes cleaning.
I should get extra, man, for having to watch you and that yank doing X-rated versions of synchronised swimming.
They were now to stop you joining in.
Only self-respect.
Boring.
What's that?
Monopoly money?
Dollars, Doylan.
Yeah.
What, from that yank last night?
Hey, got a mind like a steel trap, you, ain't you?
You know what they used to say about Yanks during the war? Overpaid, oversexed and over here.
Yeah, well, he's not over here anymore.
What exactly did you do to earn that?
International relations, oiling the wheels of industry.
Oh, swimming lessons.
You two must think we're daft.
Has that ever been in question?
Well, at least we're the ones bringing good money in.
Aye, playing trollop for that slimeball Pollard. That's dirty money.
Reagan Dexter III were a perfect gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
And if he hadn't have been, he'd have ended up in Casualty, which is where you'll end up, Francis Dingle, if you don't watch it.
It's still not right.
Do you two want some breakfast?
Oh, aye.
Oh, great. Well, so do me and Tina. And if we're earning alt money, then we shouldn't be expected to make alt food as well.
Nice one, Dad, getting our Mandy to stay. Now there's two of them to gang up on us.
Shut your gob and get frying pan out.
Men don't cook. You said so yourself.
No, I've just changed my mind.
Oh, Eric.
Oh, thank you, my dear. I must admit, last night you were absolutely fantastic.
I know, and Reagan kept telling me so, too.
Right, I've heard enough of this.
Oh, God.
You filled my wife's head with fancy ideas, and now you're doing the same with our Tina.
It, wasn't my idea, Zach.
Whose was it then? It was Sam's.
Actually, yes.
Dad, have you ever known any man to make me do what I don't want to do? Like I said, we went out for a meal and we had a drink, and it was business.
And the rest was just pleasure.
I take it that your game, as it were, to handle more of my customers in a purely professional sense, of course, if and when the need arises.
If the money's right, and I work on commission.
Maybe we could try some female customers.
Hey, I'm up for that.
I meant for Uncle Zach. Fancy being a gigolo?
Oh, Scotch courage, Terry.
Just spot a neck oil, you know, lubricate the old joints.
Yeah.
Hey, should we go down to the competition, have a laugh?
Hey, absolutely. I've had a sneak preview and it's worth watching, I can tell you.
I wouldn't bother. It's just young farmers do, you know, no special.
David Glover's a young farmer, isn't he?
Hey, I hope you're not drinking before we go on. It's a complicated routine.
I thought I'd just have the one.
Pretty good, aren't they?
Terry, they're awful. Not getting nervous, are you?
Me? No. My back's playing me up. Lifted a couple of cases of mixes this morning when I boots.
Oh, no. I built myself up for this as well.
Well, I'll just go out for a breath of fresh air.
Well, don't be long and don't get cold, because it'll only make things worse.
All right.
Lost your nerve?
Why? Come to glow?
No.
No yank tonight?
You don't think I am like Brit, do you?
You're more like her than either of us would care to admit.
Thanks for the warning. Something going on between you and Viv?
Well, you think I've got enough problems?
Then why aren't you in there psyching yourself up?
One of the reasons why I gave up rugby.
Thought it was injuries.
It's a bit of that. My bottle had gone. Brit wouldn't let me forget it. It was always there. She was waiting on the right time to use it against me.
Terry, this is just a laugh, isn't it?
Right at the minute, no.
You are only dancing with Viv, aren't you?
Oh, aye. Only.
Don't let Brit be right.
ladies and gentlemen, our judges seem to agree with you. The clear winners by public acclaim and the judging panel, representing Emmerdale, it's Viv Windsor and Terry Woods. And to present the prize, the new Managing Director of Home Farm Estates, Mrs. Kim Tate.
Whiff, that's all.
Well, can you fix it?
He diddled you when he sold you that, Scott.
Who rattled your cage?
Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Scott?
No.
A good-looking boy like you?
Leave him alone.
It's funny that, Scott, because, our Butch hasn't got a girlfriend either. Unless... I don't suppose...
Look, I'll batter the pair of you.
Ooh, what a man.
You want to watch him, Scott?
Yeah, well, I'd better be getting back for tea.
Should be all right now.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, Scott, haven't you got a home to go to?
Oh, Dad, the first time our Butch has a little chum round to play with and you're horrible to him. No wonder he's maladjusted.
Oh, shut up. Give us a hand with this.
What is it?
Only a hi-fi.
Where'd you get that from?
Hot and electrics.
He pinched it.
Oh, I'll see you then.
Ta-ra then, gorgeous.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Ain't no one bothered about this.
Who's it for?
You pair, keep in at night.
Oh, we'll look at it in morning, eh?
Oh, don't put yourself out.
Come on, man, let's go and get ready.
Where you going? Oh.
Look, Dad, our Sam will be home soon. Right, we can have what we want on telly and it'll just be us three blokes.
Don't make it worse than it already is. What are you doing with that?
I'm fixing it.
It's not broke.
They sold you a duffin, Dad.
Oh, everything I touch turns out to be a duffer.
Oh, we've got no records, any road.
Feel like dancing, so come on and hold me tight. I'm in the mood.
Oh, Dad! There was a time when you liked singing in this house.
Happened.
Why don't you like it anymore, Uncle Zach?
Because the music's gone out of my life, that's why.
Auntie Nellie?
Who do you think? This house is in a state of mourning as far as I'm concerned. A mausoleum. A place where a certain person's memory should be treasured.
Do you know, my dad will be sitting in this chair in 100 years' time with cobwebs all over him.
I might. Died of a broken heart. Not that you pair had noticed. All you're interested in is going out on the batter.
Don't wait up.
Ta-ra!
Nellie, Nellie.
Better be worth it, Dad. It's like flaming Siberia out here.
I'm showing you how things are going to start changing for us. I'm taking matters into my own hands again.
Oh, I don't mind the cold, me. I never really feel it.
Because you got the insulation of a killer whale.
Right, you ready?
Hurry up! I can't bear the tension.
Ta-da! Eh? Well, what do you reckon? Eh? From now on, there'll be no more of you two playing fancy with me for that thin pollard.
What, opening a health club now, are we?
Yeah, I could look after the sauna and the rub-down side of things.
Oh, I'm going back into the fight game.
You're mental. It's years since you've hit someone for money. You'd be murdered.
I was bare-knuckle champion of the Dales. 3 years on the trot.
And them old boxers make them big comebacks on the telly, don't they, Dad?
The difference is they get millions for being beaten to a pulp. My dad was lucky to scrape together a few hundred.
No, the big fights, the ones that attract all the betting, winner can pick up a couple of thousand easy.
And the loser gets knout.
Oh, Tina. Right, my timing's still there, see? Hey, I just need to build my fitness back up. Couple of weeks, I'll be ready for anyone.
Well, when you've quite finished, Rocky, I'm going to go back into the warm. You're mad.
Hey, Mandy, you want to see my short jab?
When will you learn, Butch? You've more chance with that punch bag than you have with me.
Which way through here?
Right.
Knock, knock. Oh, Zach.
Mr. Dingle.
I can see I've arrived at a bad moment for you.
Oh, no. Go on, Eric. Tell me your idea.
Right, and I've just been saying to your delightful daughter, Tina, and Mandy...
Mr. Pollard wants us to escort all of his foreign clients. Show him a good time.
Does he now?
Yes, no, not exactly. The Japanese have a tradition of geishas.
Japanese?
Nothing improper, I can assure you.
Does that mean I'll have to walk round with a cushion tied to me bum?
Actually, there are large amounts involved, and you, as their agent, would be entitled to a fee.
You trying to turn me into a pimp and all?
No, no, of course not.
Coming round here with your suggestions. We are a respectable family. You'll stay away from my girls, do you hear me?
I didn't mean to cause any offence.
Well, I'll not be short of a bob or two. In fact, you can spread the word. Zach Dingle is back in the fight game.
Really? Might you be in need of a manager at all?
Get out of here.
Right.
You sure, girls?
Yeah, man, but while in Rome...
Rome's in Italy, innit?
Yeah, but they might prefer women with more Western ways. I mean, they can get that Oriental stuff at home.
Hey, nice outfit, Mandy. Hey, who shot the sofa?
Ignore him, I do.
It's for entertaining Mr. Pollard's Japanese clients in.
Oh, you can forget that.
How come?
I've got a prize fight lined up. Hey, wish me luck. Our financial worries are over.
Dad, shall I phone the ambulance now or wait until you're flat on your back?
Oh, well. Just so long as it's only me as ends up like that.
Oh, Teen, look at the muscles on him.
No, it's that one behind him.
Oh, it's dead sexy, him.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't kick him out of bed.
Do you think we'll get to go to Japan?
No. Eric Pollard is all mouth and trousers. Nearest you'll get is watching sumo wrestling.
Oh, I think it's daft, me. Bunch of fat blokes with nappies on.
Put the light on, man.
All right.
Hiya, Dad.
Oh!
Huh? Oh, I didn't make you jump, lass.
What you been doing?
Huh? I won! Here, 50 quid, count it. The legend returns.
50 quid. That's not much.
Huh? Well, I win that big fight in Skipdale. There'll be bigger purses then. Word will get out that Zach Dingle is back on a winning trail.
Hey, man, you started again.
Hey, number 10.
Hey, me money.
Keep your guard up! You're supposed to meet it! Meet it and block it!
What, with me head?
Hey, whatever it takes!
How about this then?
But
Look, Dad, I don't think I'm cut out to spar with you. There's better people than me around.
like who?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean her, but it's not a bad idea, is it?
Now then, lasses, what happened to our economy drive?
Your economy drive is sound as a pound as far as I know. This is our own money we've been spending.
On what, like?
On our room. A couple of throws, some border. Oh, aye, and a meatloaf poster.
Hey, what about us?
Oh, flaming posters.
Oh, that's how it is. Hey, I'll not forget this when it comes to divvying up my winnings.
Oh, Dad, let it drop, will you? It's a young man's game. Besides, that Daisy's no match for you.
Oi!
I reckon I could give him a run for his money.
Oh, our Butch.
Uncle Zacharias.
No!
There you go. Just enjoy them. It's like God's waiting room, this place.
Could do a liven up, couldn't it? Hey, me and you could do it, and we need the money. I'll ask when we're paying her.
You've got as much chance of her giving you a job here as you have of getting Dave Glover into bed, with or without cream.
Guess where I'd put the cherry.
You're right about getting jobs, though, man. I mean, I don't reckon there's any brass in Pollard and his escort work.
But not round here. We should go to London, me and you. Rip off all them southern fat cats.
And who'd look after me daft family while I was away? With me mum gone, I have to stop here.
Oh, we should do some matchmaking, get him off our hands.
Matchmaking? What with? Sam and the hat stand? Butch and the telephone box?
Oh, it's the only thing he stands any chance of getting into.
Hey, me dad and Betty.
I wonder if her and Seth still do it. Oh. I wonder if he still can.
Did I hear my name?
We were just wanting the bill better.
And we hope it's not too enormous.
Is everything all right?
Nothing I can't manage.
Actually, Kathy, me and Mandy were wondering if there were any vacancies. We've had loads of ideas on how you can...
I think we can manage quite well as we are, thank you.
Because Dave Glover's been knocking off Kim Tate, that gives you a better chance with him.
Oh, yeah? If he'll risk his job and all that for her, he's not going to turn me down when there's no complications. I think I could even get him to pay for that cream.
You've got as much chance of getting him as you have of getting his job.
I might just apply and shot you. Then I'll start having an affair with Frank Tate and live happily ever after in that big house. Could be my lady in waiting.
And I'll spend my days knitting Fogmand, because that's how much chance you've got of getting any of that.
Listen, with my brains and your brawn, we can make money. Don't drink it before you make it.
He don't have to weigh in, you know.
No, but he still has to keep fit, doesn't he?
One more, and I'll call it a night. How's that?
Not as good as I'm going to get, I suppose.
Hey, get your hands off me!
Stop sulking, it's for your own good, Dad.
Look, you can't go getting tranked up on the night before the biggest day of your life.
Hey, wash your mouth out, lad. The biggest day of my life.
What? Well, the day I wed your mother.
And don't you forget it!
Oh.
Don't get maudlin on us, Dad.
What do you mean? I'll not be crying in my beer, will I?
You need to be in peak condition.
I am. I'm like a coiled spring.
Aye?
Well, what do we do now? I could have had 3 more pints before last started.
Well, I don't know. Talk to each other.
Pasta. It's what them muscle men eat, like Hunter. Them Arctic gladiators.
It's what the Destroyer will be eating, I can tell you that.
Hey, Dad, how come you haven't got a nickname?
Nickname? Nickname?
Nicknames are for wimps, Sam.
I'm a Dingle. The name should strike fear into any man.
Especially if it's got Mandy in front of it.
Come on, get it down, yeah? Mr. Pollard's schedule starts again in half an hour.
Not more.
He's got a lot of money riding on you, Dad.
45 minutes sparring on the bag with me.
You what?
Then rest, then light dinner.
Oh, well, that sounds more like it. What's that going to be?
Pasta.
Come on, Zach, put some weight into it.
Hey, will you take over?
No, I've got a flat.
What about you, old Mandy?
Get on with it!
Look, I'm dying. Please, there's not a lot to it, honest.
I can see that. Here. Give it here.
Thanks.
Come on. Come on. Give it to me. I won't break. That's more like it.
Hey!
Ow!
Oh, man.
Oh, Mandy, what have you done?
Oh, I know. And I broke my best nail and all.
Oh, don't do that.
What?
Because he might be in shock for all we know.
Oh, he is now. Come on, Dad, stop messing about.
How is it?
Bad. We're going to have to cancel the fight.
What? We will not. Quick, lie down, he'll be right as rain.
Oh, look at his eye. He can't even see straight.
Stop fussing and be fine. Besides, if we pull out the contest now, he'll never get another chance. There's also 500 smackers going down the Swanee.
Don't blame me.
So I'll pick you all up at 7, right?
You ready, Dad?
I don't care what Pollard says. My dad's not right, man.
Come on, you'll have him. Come on. That's it. Come on.
Right. What the? Just a slight knock and sparring, nothing to worry about.
He can't box like that. 2 jabs, it'll be all over.
I'm sound. Let me at him.
Get away. I'll fight the fella that did that to him.
Very droll. Just show us the way.
I'm serious, Pollard. You'd never get odds for a start.
Hey, come on, he's been in training. He's at the peak of physical fitness.
His bottle's gone. Never mind, he'll be out of his misery soon enough.
Hey, Nancy Mims, shut it.
Yeah, Mimsy, shut it.
I've got my reputation, you know.
Oh, so have I. So has he. Listen, don't let that crowd go home disappointed.
You? I'll rag the flaming toffees off you.
Yeah? Well, I'd like to see you try.
Oh, does Baccartino, she's had it.
On, Dingle. 6 to 5. Good on. Good on.
Now, well, a good clean fight, you hear me? No biting, scratching or pulling of hair. No gouging of eyes. Same rules apply. Submission or knockouts only. And may the best girl win. Hey, go on, Pulling.
Stick them on your eye.
Oh. I would have flattened her. I would. She was flagging, I could tell.
Yeah, man.
All right, fine. OK. Plans for next week. Same time, same place, and double the pot!
Yes!
You are very lucky to get a second chance. Very lucky indeed. So no more sparring.
1,000 smackaroos.
And what thanks do I get?
Thanks. Thanks to you.
You'll double your cash. Thanks to me, you didn't have a riot.
A riot? And what was that then? A chimps tea party?
Never mind, man. Here, have a drink. Here's to big fat Nancy Mims and the big fat lump on her head.
Hey, Artina, could I have a sip of that?
No,
Why not?
because you'll only go getting drunk.
And start fighting.
It's not fair. Them chocolates were for Mandy, not for him to be stuffing his face.
What? He's not just stuffing his face, Butch. He's training. Mr. Pollard explained it to me.
You're an idiot, Sam.
Anyway, you don't know as chocolates is the way to her heart. Mandy,
Sam, we're busy.
I was just wondering about your ideal man.
Well, that's easy. Anything in trousers.
Oh, without two. Mind you, I like him caring and thoughtful.
Well, you're not going to find anything like that round here.
And strong with muscles, just like Arnie.
Do you need the toilet, Butch?
And a bit of money in his pocket doesn't do any harm either.
Exactly. We don't need a man, we need a job, so keep looking. No, honest as a day is long, me.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely.
Oh, shut it, Butch. I'm trying to concentrate.
Up yours, mate. Honestly, nobody will give you a chance these days.
Ain't that never one fair job. Just have to work harder at it.
And great example I get from you, slob from hell.
Well, I think I found the perfect job.
Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May.
Go and play with the traffic, Butch. Housekeeper at home farm.
I won't mind housekeeping that country.
It's for him, Frank.
You madman.
I've got a GMVQ in catering. It's amazing what education you get in Nick these days.
The Tates only have to hear the name Dingle and they send for the bailiffs.
Oh, give us that letter back.
Sometimes, too hot, the eye of heaven shines.
Oh, shut it, Butch. Right, our financial crisis is over. I'm changing my name.
Chance of getting the job, man.
Yes, I have. First we need the money, but more importantly, Dave Glover's moved into our farm. What more incentive could I go on?
What's Dave Glover got that I haven't?
I could tell you, Butch, but I haven't got a year to spare.
It was the poetry, weren't it? Too old-fashioned. I've made up one of my own. You'll like this better.
He never knows when to give up.
There was a young lady from Hotton whose cousin fancied her rotten. He thought he was in luck when...
Look a little impressive, Zach.
Hey?
I'm trying to get bets on you. selling you as a mean, moody, fighting machine.
How's that?
Better if you went home, old boy.
You made me forget the next...
And you can't put all them qualifications.
Why not?
Because you haven't got them.
It's not my fault the education system's failed me.
Hey, Mandy. Be all right if you got a job at Tate's. You could case the house and tell us where he keeps all valuables.
I know where he keeps them. Where all men keep them.
Hey, Mand, with Tate divorcing his wife, he's going to be on the lookout for something fresh.
No man can buy me, but he can hire me for a reasonable rate.
You're not taking that home, are you?
Yeah. Well, it don't mean I can't appreciate the finer things, Mr. Pollard says.
Mr. Pollard says it's the only woman you'll ever get in your bedroom.
Well, that's rich. You couldn't score with the pot pig.
Hey, I'll have you know that I am being stalked by a gorgeous woman.
Yeah, well, when you catch her, make sure you take her back to Jack Sugden's for shearing.
I know I'll win. Years of experience in the training camp of life have brought me to my moment of destiny.
I reckon I did that, Uncle Zack, when I decked you.
Yes, young lady, and we don't want any repeats of that now, do we? And I want you to abstain
No
from...
choice, ever. With Nellie away.
I meant alcohol.
Of course, Eric. My body is a temple. Right, come on, you lot. Home.
I hope you're not planning to pull any strokes with this fight.
What do you mean?
Because if you do, whatever happens to my dad, I'll make sure you get it back, with interest. Frank Tate's never going to employ a Dingle.
I've thought of that.
And what about references and qualifications?
I've got certificates, and I phoned my dad before, got him to knock me a couple out. And I got a reference off Lord Meltham.
Another forgery?
No, I worked with his daughter, the not-so-honourable Lady Caroline.
Oh, that got done for drugs?
Anne shared a cell with me. She'd have asked Mum and Dad to give me one if she were out, but I thought save it bother.
The job's as good as yours, Mand.
You're only jealous because you know Tate's looking for a replacement for that snotty cow.
And you think you can make an old man very happy, do you?
Oh, yeah, and I look fantastic in black.
Are you sure you should be doing this? You're knackered after a run, never mind a fight.
He's at the peak of his physical fitness.
I've been doing this for years. Same routine every time. I got my training technique off Muhammad Ali. See Ali shuffle? Huh?
Yeah, from getting hit on the head too many times. Well, at least you don't have to worry about brain damage.
Taking a notice. She's dead grouchy because everyone else is having a big day except her.
Man, you're going to go and flash your qualifications to Frank Tate. My dad's going to get his lights punched out. Man, if that's your idea of a big day, you can stuff it.
Thanks very much for coming. Right, we're down to the heavenly Betty Eggleton and one more. What's her name?
It's Amanda something. It looks like Pfeiffer. I hope her cooking's better than her handwriting. The references are certainly impressive. It's one from Lord and Lady Melthorne.
Amanda?
Hiya.
I know your face.
That shows what a gentleman you are. Most blokes don't get to me face.
Now, Miss...
Oh, please, call me Mandy.
This is really irritating me.
Well, you probably know the family. Your surname is...
Pfeiffer.
I'm sorry, it sounded like... Oh, righty hell. It's Dingle, isn't it?
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Dingle, but the post has already been taken.
No, it's not. And if you'll just let me explain. Frank, you see, the Emmerdale Dingles, they're the black cats of the family.
Sheep.
Well, you've heard then. I reckon it's just a rumour. Oh, please interview me, Frank. I'm so keen to get this job.
Well, a Dingle wanting work is something new. Tell me something about your past experience.
Providing all the meals for Lady Caroline. We became very close, in fact. And please, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not that sort of girl. We shared a cell, a bedroom. Separate beds, of course. Not that I've anything against lesbians. I've heard your daughter's very nice.
This City and Guild certificate.
Yeah?
Guilds has a U in it. It's spelt wrong here.
Oh, it weren't much of a college, to be honest.
And your Gordon Bleu. Shouldn't that be cordon?
Pardon?
No, cordon. That's French.
I don't like foreign cooking anyway.
Well, Mandy, I do like to...
Thought as this interview seemed to be overrunning that you might all like a nice cup of tea.
Snotty old cow.
Well, thanks for the tea,
And
Betty, but we...
I've bought some scones. I made them myself.
Eye of frog, wing of bat.
Well, Mandy, Miss Dingle, this looks like a good time to stop. I'm sure you've given us plenty to think about. Thank you.
You mean you're letting me go? You've not talked about wages or a starting date yet.
Surprise, surprise.
We'll be in touch.
If she gets the job, you'll have to count your knives and forks every day.
Well, Frank, Christopher, I think we can all assume I'm better qualified than her.
Her qualifications are certainly quite remarkable.
Ah, yes, but she is a dingle. Now, I'm not one to gossip, you know that. But me cleaning for your daughter, I could tell folk plenty about that little setup. But I can assure you that a word never passes my lips.
I could tell Frank were impressed, especially when I did me Sharon Stone.
You what?
You know, like in film where she crosses and uncrosses her legs and all cops are watching her.
You're not telling me you went to an interview with no kicks on?
Eh?
Sam, I don't think you should be hearing this. You might get one of your nosebleeds.
I don't get nosebleeds.
You do when I give you a crack. Shit.
Sharon Stone, when she done that stuff in Basic Instinct, she didn't have any knickers on.
Oh, mate, that's disgusting. Could have killed him anyway.
Look at Butchie's face. Frank's not the only one they thought might kill. So did he offer you the job or what?
Well, as good as. Betty Eggleton tried to win him round with a tea and scones. Anyone can do that.
Hey, Dad, everyone in village is backing you, Mr. Pollard says.
You all right?
Of course he's all right.
Your mum's always been here. I was here to calm my nerves, prepare me for the arena.
I thought you were fighting in a park.
Huh? She used to make these special oils. Haven't a clue what were in them. Used to get the muscles humming.
It's not too late, you know. You can still back out.
Ah, stop worrying. He's as certain as to win the fight as I am to get the job at Home Farm.
I laid the law down to Viv. I said it wasn't my thing and I wasn't going. So I'm taking her out for a meal tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, you like the sight of blood, do you?
Only when it's yours.
Ah, well, since your man has been training your dad up, we've got 50 quid on him.
More than you ever spent on me.
Ah, well, I know with your dad, it's money well spent.
Zach, listen. Everyone's putting their money with me for you to win it.
I won't let them down.
I want you to. Listen, there's a fortune to be made if you throw it. Think of all those bets here. 50-50. Less expenses, of course.
I'll warm up on you, Pollard, before I take that daisy over there apart.
What are you doing?
Let me at him!
You're fighting. Mr. Pollard's on your side.
Sit down, Dad.
Now then, Eric, I hear you've been running a book of your own. Are you, Reg?
I wouldn't tread on your toes.
Good, because if you did that, you might not have any toes left at all.
I'd like to place a bet, actually. £1,000.
On Dingle?
No, not on Dingle.
Hey, now I see where you get it from. Your dad's a handy fighter.
So was our Ben until one punch killed him.
Hey, your dad's good at one. Stop mithering.
Zach! Nellie's here! Nellie's here!
Oi, Simpkins!
But a lucky punch, Dad. You should have told him that you weren't ready.
Weren't ready. They were halfway through the fight.
Ah, they don't make dingles like they used to.
Hey, that's enough from you. My dad is as hard as they come. And if I hear one more word from you...
Yeah?
Well, you don't want to see our Sam when he's angry?
I'm not too keen on him when he ain't.
I hope this is the end of it, Dad. It's a mug's game and you're best off out of it.
Days where when I had someone to fight for. She was always there at the end. Clean me cuts, tend me bruises. Last night, I'd have sworn I heard someone shout her name. I thought she'd come back. I thought I'll win this one for her. She weren't there. When I find out who called her name and raised my hopes in vain, I'll kill the beggar.
Morning, all. Come on, Sam. Another day, another dollar, eh?
That's right, Mr. Pete.
Ah, silly me, I thought you were out. Thought you had the measure room last night, old boy. Still, there's always another bout, eh?
No, there'll not be another. There'll be no more leeches like you making money out of my blood.
Tell him, Dad.
I might get up my knuckles for good.
And what would your Nelly say to that, eh?
You leave Nelly out of this.
If you'd agreed to take a dive instead of losing fair and square, you'd have been quids in by now.
What? Zack the thwack? Take a dive? On your bike?
Yeah, swimming's for nerds, any road.
Hang on. It was you, wasn't it? It was you who shouted out her name, making sure that I was distracted.
Don't be so ridiculous. That's highly unsporting. Come.
All right. Prove it.
How?
Say it again.
Say what?
Shout out what you did last night. Shout out, Nellie's here.
I really don't think...
Do it!
All right! Nellie's here.
Kill him, Dad.
No, don't, Dad. It's not worth the bother.
I swear by all that's sacred to me, I didn't.
If I find out you're lying, Pollard...
Dad, I've got to go and pay the rent to Frank Tate. You can drop me off at home farm.
I'd be delighted.
Oh, sitting back.
Nice one, Dad. I'll just go and see him off the premises.
Hope you can stay tuned throughout the day. The news is coming up.
May I say how positively lovely you look this morning, Tina?
No.
Hey, Mr. Pete, can I have a private word?
What about?
About that money you owe me.
What money?
Our little wager.
You're as delirious as your father, if you'll excuse me.
Hey! The fight. I bet me Dad would lose, and he did. You owe me.
You what? You bet on Dad losing? How could you? You're a traitor, I'm telling you.
Sam, wait! I'll share me winnings with you.
How much?
A fiver.
Eh? Get real. Dad!
You better cough up. And then we better split before my dad goes nuclear. Go on.
You'd think they'd be queuing from here to the village to get a job like this. Maybe I should have offered it to Betty after all.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were in a meeting.
That's all right, Tina, come here.
Last month's rent.
Dingle's been knocking off the guide dog boxes again.
No, our Butch had a good run down the amusement arcade.
Yeah, well, by the time we've counted it, next month's will be due.
Well, it should keep you off the streets then, shouldn't it?
Well, don't let us keep you.
We'll just have to re-advertise the position in the national press.
Is that about the housekeeping job? Didn't Mandy get it?
I'm afraid she didn't. She didn't quite fit the job description.
Well, what is it that you're after exactly?
Someone resembling a human?
Hey.
Good cook, loyal, discreet, someone who can work off their own initiative.
Well, I know someone who's just what you want.
And who might that be, then?
Me?
Don't take this the wrong way, Tina, but the Dingle household is hardly an advertisement for your prowess as a housekeeper.
Well, you should see what it's like without me there to tidy up. After Sam and Butch, I reckon this place would be a doddle.
You don't expect us to take you seriously, do you?
Why not? You're not in a position to be choosy, are you? I'm local, I'm experienced. I can start tomorrow.
You're wasting our time.
I'm sorry, love, but you're not quite what I had in mind.
Didn't know you were entertaining. Trawling somewhat down market, aren't you, boys?
Well, that's rich. Coming from fur coat, no knickers, Kim.
Get out of here, before I have you thrown out.
Actually, Kim, Tina's here for a job interview.
Really? Why, thinking of opening a massage parlour?
Yeah, but you needn't apply, Kim. Frank thinks you're a bit too old for the job.
I don't have to listen to some inbred walking crime statistic insulting me. Not even Frank's mad enough to employ a no-hoper like you.
That's where you've got it wrong, Kim. Allow me to introduce the new home farm housekeeper. As you will have gathered, the job does come with certain inbuilt hazards.
If you mean Mrs. Tate, I don't think I'll find her too much of a problem.
Good. Come and see me tomorrow and we'll sort out the formalities.
Thanks, Mr. Tate. You won't regret this, I promise you.
Have you gone absolutely mad? At the very least, you'll rob us blind.
I don't think so. You saw how keen she was to get the job. She's got initiative, flair, and, most importantly, she's as devious as Kim. And that will irritate the hell out of her.
I got you to kiss goodnight. I got you. No, love, I don't want to miss you. When are you coming home?
What are you doing there?
Eh? What? Just checking for greenfly.
The plastic.
Dad, singing to those roses isn't going to bring me mum back.
If you bought her a bunch now and then, she might not have got it in first place.
I promised I'd plant some roses in her garden. Her own little hideaway. She used to come here for a think.
Yeah, as soon as she started thinking, she upped and left.
So I never should have bothered, you mean? Eh? Trying to make things nice for her.
Dad, pick her one of those roses and send it to her. Remind her of what she's missing.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, that. Eh? Like a romantic gesture.
That's right, Dad.
Hey, but there's no better than the personal touch, is there?
What do you mean?
Well, why send it when I could check it myself, eh? Deliver it in person.
You mean go to Ireland?
Why not? I can't sit around here forever, hoping to hear her coming up the path. A siren voice ringing out. Zach, love, I'm home. No, I've got to show her that there's no lengths I won't go to win her back.
It's from Frank Tate.
All right. When do you start work?
I don't. We regret to inform you, blah, 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 due to a high standard of applications. Betty Watson couldn't even boil an egg.
Perhaps she didn't get the job either.
She must have. There are only us two applied. I'd like to see her do the hoovering with her legs in plaster.
Mand, I reckon you're too good for that sort of work. I mean, we'd be lost here without you to look after us.
Cheer.
Right, that's me fixed. Anything from Nellie?
Not today, Uncle Zach.
It's my mind made up then.
You're not serious about going to Ireland, are you? Dad, what if she's on the way back? Your ships could pass in the night.
Don't. You'll set him off singing again.
I've got to go, love. It's not right here without her.
I want you to the bus stop, eh?
Hey, come on, love. Wave your old dad off.
No, I've got to be somewhere, Dad. What about Sam and Butch? At least wait and say goodbye.
No, it's better this way. I'm not good at all.
What will I tell them?
Tell them I've gone to fetch them.
Right, I better get back to work.
Why?
Well, the boss can be a bit of a tyrant.
Can she now? But you wouldn't change her for the world.
Oh, I don't know about that.
This is the sitting room. Used for entertaining and lounging about. For those who've got nothing better to do.
Right, I'll see you later.
Stay where you are. Won't be driven out of my own front room.
Who chose the wallpaper?
Yes, I'm afraid I made the mistake of leaving the decor to my wife.
Would it done like this for the day?
I don't remember seeing the Dingles place in Homes and Gardens.
Living proof that money don't buy you taste.
Frank, you're not letting her around the place, are you?
You will be responsible for the upkeep, and you will have my full authority over the running of the entire house.
Might as well leave front door open.
She won't last the week.
Don't worry. I'll soon get this place looking decent.
She'll need to be searched before she leaves.
Good idea. Perhaps your David'd like to do it.
Well, Tina, I think this is all going to work out splendid. And finally, the office.
Hi, Chris.
Anything you may need for the house should be ordered through here.
Right. Well, I think I can find my way around now.
Oh, I'll be eating in tonight, Tina. Let's see what you can conjure up for dinner.
Right.
I'll leave Chris to explain how everything works in here.
Thank you, Dad.
See you later.
I think you and I should have a little chat, don't you?
Oh, I'd like that.
I know exactly why my father's employed you. But don't get any illusions about it lasting.
Really?
As soon as your shock value for Kim's worn off, you'll be out on your ear.
Well, I'd better make the most of it then, hadn't I?
We're two of a kind, really, aren't we?
I'd take some convincing of that, Chris.
Mr. Tate.
Oh, well, now that could cause some confusion. Because your dad's Mr. Tate and all, isn't he? I could call you Mr. Tate Jr., but that's a bit of a mouthful. How about Junior? Or perhaps you already have a nickname that I could use.
I don't think so.
Doesn't Rachel have a nice pet name for you?
You think you really are quite the clever one, don't you? Coming from your family, that's not exactly difficult. But you're stepping into a different league here.
I'll bear that in mind.
If you try and take advantage of your position in any way, pocket the housekeeping, borrow the silver, I'll know. And I'll make you wish you'd never come to this place.
Look, I'm not stupid. I know exactly why I'm here. This is a big chance for me. I'd be daft to blow it for a few quid's worth of cutlery.
Minute you put a foot wrong, you're out. Do you hear me?
Thanks for the chat. But I've got to go and make Mr. Tate's tea now. And I don't want to be any more of a distraction to you.
Oh, don't flatter yourself. Girls like you are 10 a penny.
Do you know, you can be quite masterful when you put your mind to it. I think I'm going to enjoy working here.
Not if I can help it.
Hi, Terry.
Hey.
Any Marlock been in tonight?
Oh, not unless they're sitting quietly in a corner.
No, then.
What can I do you for?
Don't tempt me. I've got to go and find our Amanda and tell her that I've just got a job.
What job?
Didn't you know? I'm the new housekeeper at Home Farm.
You? What the heck do you know about housekeeping?
Oh, Betty, you're better off out of it. All that work would be murder at your age. Night, Terry. Hiya. Mand, I've got something to tell you.
You don't need to tell me. You got my job at Home Farm.
How did you know?
Sam told me.
Did he now?
I don't mind. Lads need me here anyway to keep an eye on them.
I've been dreading telling you.
You're better at all that than me.
I'm not, Mand. I'm out my depth. I'll probably get the sack tomorrow. I can't cook to save my life.
I could teach you if you like.
It'd take too long. I mean, I'd be out before I could do an omelette. There is one way it would work. Is if you do the cooking and I do the dishing up.
What? I didn't think it were you.
Why not? I'd pay you, Mand. Then we'd both have a job. And Frank had been none the wiser.